Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today, it is official that President William Samoei Ruto is officially deploying the KDF officers in North Rift to go and try to solve the big problem that we have had in this country to do with the bandits who have been claiming life, going away with the livestock, and many people have literally suffered in those areas. But then, the former Rift Valley RC, who is now the current governor of Trans Nzoia, he was on an interview at Student TV. And there are some of the issues that Governor Natembeya talked about, which is very serious. And again, it is pointing to one direction, that the biggest problem we have in this country, it is because of the politicians. The thriving enterprise to do with the livestock in Rift Valley, it is something that has been supported with the politician. But then I was looking at the session just to try and get out who are these politicians who have been frustrating Natembeya when he was trying to sort out this issue. This is what Natembeya said, because before the president deployed the KDF officers, he had a meeting with the leaders from that area. But Natembeya had something to say. I look at the body language of those leaders that the president was addressing today at State House. 3/4 of them were fidgeting. That should tell you something. The president was addressing culprits. People who financed this thing were sitting in that meeting. They are now worried. What is going to happen to their people? First of all, listen to Natembeya. Then from this, I can try and link one person. The rest watakuwa ni wengine. Wala amesema ama hajasema. But one man I know, he was fighting Natembeya directly from the time Natembeya was trying to solve the problem in Rift Valley. And that's the person we want to talk about here.
It was frustrating. Then you find elected leaders, some of those areas like Incase, Marakwet. People are always on radio stations, talking nonsense, basically insulting you. They don't know what kind of challenges that you are going through. But let the president facilitate his officers and tell them I've given you all these things. Guys, give me results in 30 days. Those people don't listen to those peace caravans. Politicians love them because they just buy time. By the way, I looked at the body language of those leaders that the president was addressing today. 3/4 of them were fidgeting. That should tell you something.
What should that tell me, Governor?
He was addressing culprits. People who financed this thing were sitting in that meeting. Not all of them. I know guys like McClap are victims. Even the colleague from Turkana South are victims. But I can tell you, I know many of those guys who are there. They are now worried what's going to happen to their people. What are they going to tell their people when they say that elect me and I'm going to protect you, that your guns will not be taken? What are they going to tell them after 3 days? Those fellows are worried. And are part of the bigger problem. Lack of leadership, firm leadership, a leadership that looks for the best interests of the people, long-term interests, not just short-term political interests. When did you hear a leader condemn their community after a raid? That maybe the Turkana have raided the Pokot, and we hear a Turkana leader condemn his kinsmen for doing that. Or we hear a Pokot leader, after their community have committed an atrocity, for them to come out and say, this one is wrong, you've done wrong. When was the last time did you hear that? Of course, it's also a commercial enterprise, because people funding these activities, some of them are living, most of them actually are living in Nairobi. They just provide support. These criminals are well facilitated. Who gives them food when they're living like Hipia Nature Conservancy for 2-3 months? Who gives them food? Who gives them other accessories? Who provides ammunition to these people? It's a larger problem that we are dealing with, and from where I sit, I want to believe that the president is well briefed, that he appreciates the enormity of the challenge, and that he's going in with a firm resolve to solve this problem once and for all.
Now we are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, Governor Mutula Kilonzo was also listening to this interview, and he reacted. This is what he said. George Natembeya has just opened the Pandora's box on cattle rustling without mincing any words. We are unknowingly funding cattle rustling in Nairobi by buying beef whose horns and head cannot be traced. Good gracious. Now, there is one comment that Kipchumba Murkomen made some time back on George Natembeya when he was working as the regional commander of Rift Valley. Kipchumba Murkomen was literally fighting George Natembeya. He even wished him to fail in his quest to become the governor of Trans Nzoia. This is what he said. George Natembeya was a terrible regional commissioner. He was divisive and polarizing. He was solemnly responsible for setting community against each other for political reasons. Really. He failed the people of Rift Valley and the Kerio Valley. His exit is good for the peace in Rift Valley. He should have been fired. Listen to that. Now, this is what he wished George Natembeya when Natembeya was vying to become the governor of Trans Nzoia. George Natembeya aspired to be the governor of Trans Nzoia, which is a cosmopolitan county. Judging from his performance as RC, such a polarized, hateful, and vengeful dictator is not good for peace and the unity of Trans Nzoia. I hope the new RC will be a political and focus on peace and conflict resolution. He literally referred to Natembeya as a dictator. That is Kipchumba Murkomen. Listen to that tone and then compare with what George Natembeya was talking about. He said that he was trying to sort out the problem, but politicians were the one frustrating that move. Now, without wasting time, if you have to point out some of the politicians that George Natembeya was talking about, how can you forget to mention Kipchumba Murkomen? How? These are the people that Natembeya was saying that they were running to a radio station, to TV station, to another radio station, to play politics with the life of the people in Rift Valley. He was talking about politicians who are funding these activities. Look at the tone of Kipchumba Murkomen. Then tell me how can you easily avoid to link the situation we are having in Kerio Valley with what Murkomen is talking about. So who are the people frustrating George Natembeya? In my view, Kipchumba Murkomen must have been among the people who are frustrating George Natembeya. In fact, he wished he could have been fired just because he was trying to solve the problem there. For those who have listened to George Natembeya, especially from the time he was addressing the president, imagine Natembeya was addressing the president direct in a prayer rally in Nakuru. It means he had a plan to sort out this problem. And that's why he's willing even to give some of the information to the president. That tells you that this is a person who had the interests of the people at the heart, but he was frustrated by the politicians in the region. Now today he's saying that those people the president was addressing, most of them were fidgeting. Kwa nini hawakuwa na imani kwa huo mkutano? Why were they fidgeting? Why were they restless? Because this is an enterprise they are earning revenue from. They don't care how many people are dying. They don't care the suffering of the people. They don't care whoever is losing their life, the livestock. You know, just the way you value your business, for those who are in the business. If you're running a supermarket, if you're running whichever kind of business, even those who are in farming, these people, the Turukanas, and those other communities staying there, be it Maasai, be it Pokot, their cattle is their livelihood. That is the business they know. Livestock is everything for them. So, if you go and take their cattle, you are actually robbing them. What do you expect them to do? This is how politicians have played with these people's life. So, William Ruto today has deployed the KDF to sort out this situation. I don't know what Kipchumba Murkomen is going to comment on this. Is he going to agree with William Ruto, or is going to be against him? Because we know what KDF will do. Their training is different, and when they take a command, they deal with it. Whoever will be found, mwenye atapatikana mbele kama kizuizi, kama watakushuku tu wewe unakaa kama ni mmoja wa wale wahalifu, they deal away with you. Their work is shoot to kill. They are not hao jamaa hawajatrain ku arrest watu. No. They have never been trained to arrest people. Their work is shoot to kill. Period. So I'm waiting to see the comment from Kipchumba Murkomen on this issue. Then we will understand why was he actually fighting George Natembeya when Natembeya was just doing his job. So politicians were playing politics, but then they turned it to the regional commissioner, who was actually doing his job. So in my view, Kipchumba Murkomen inafaa yuto kumkutana na William Ruto amuuliza maswali pamoja na George Natembeya. Akalisha Natembeya hapa, Kipchumba Murkomen akalishwa hapa. Tujue ukweli ulikuwa wapi. So that is one of the people I have seen who used to come out openly to fight the move by George Natembeya to try and solve the problem in Rift Valley. What's your view?